What a dipshit Listeria is, getting caught by the tiny man-man.
You mean the same tiny man who threw you out of an entire warehouse, Alphabet Soup?
He did no such thing. I left of my own accord.
I didn't even know you owned a car.
What?
Don't worry about it, just say the line.
Welcome to the High-End Low-Whiz podcast, where the smartest people you've ever met are also dumber than Alphabet Soup.
Hey everyone, just a quick programming note. As discussed in more detail at the beginning of episode 2, we at High-End Low-Whiz condemn sexual assault, and we will be switching systems from Dungeon World to Quest World at the end of the first story arc, so the beginning of the second story arc. Thank you for sticking with us during this transition, and we can't wait to jump into the new rule set with y'all. All right. Hi-lo, everyone, and welcome back to the High-Int Low-Whiz podcast, where we're all a little thick of brain and dumb of ass. I am Nick Davis, they, them, the GM of the sideshow of poor impulse control. With me, as always, are the wonderful attractions to said sideshow. Can everyone please go around and introduce themselves?
Hi, I'm Alice, she, her, and I play the bunny folk slayer, Lorelei Nix.
Hi, I'm Mike Sayre, he, him, and I play the Gator-born shaman, Taku.
Hi, I'm Dean Howe, he, him. I play Rosmo Kilcarian, the dwarf turncloak.
Hi, my name's Onna, pronouns they, them. I play Daphne Cinderhoof, the satyr arsonist.
Hello, everyone. I'm Benny Arndt. Pronouns are he, him. I play Iimish Eamon Hornigold, the quarter leprechaun Olympian.
Excellent. Let's get into it. In our last episode, the party came up with a bit of an unconventional way to deal with the Jasper situation. Inspired by some seeding and incepting of ideas by Taku, Lorelei, Daphne, and Taku went to the library where they did some research on the Freaky Friday spell, discovering what would be needed to get Jasper to swap places with a magic hat. Rosmo and Iimish went and did a little bit of recon scouting at the Astral Plaza, seeing some beefed up security, but also having a nice corner beer along the way. When the party rallied up again after that, Iimish decided to go real quick to wrangle a magic hat that could be press-ganged into Freaky Fridaying with Jasper, and brought his new friend Listeria back to join the party. We are going to pick up right there with Listeria and Iimish being separated from the other magic hats and ready to rally once again with the rest of the party.
Yep. And I'm going to angle it this way, talking to Listeria being like, oh, look at that. We did that so well as a team, me and you. So you're the winner. You're going to get the treat, but you got to come with me.
Yes. Listeria has earned the treat. I will have it.
Okay, so I'm going to start giving little bits of the treat because, like, now it's time for reward and try and catch up with the rest of the group.
Yeah, I don't think that would be much of a challenge at all. I think at this point you've kind of bypassed any of the difficulties, any of the struggles of getting to the party. So it's just kind of walking back to the bar where everyone is gathered up at this point.
And he very proudly says to the group, like, "Hey, y'all, I got a magic hat. This is Alfsteria or Lasoup."
Welcome back, Iimish. Hello, Lasu. Okay, so real quick, the party is reunited. Iimish has the cat for absolutely no particular reason. Can you remind me of the particulars of the Devil's Deal mechanic you introduced a session or two ago? For no particular reason.
Yeah, no particular reason to that for sure. The Devil's Deal, the way it works, when you roll dice, you already kind of know the outcome after you throw them bones. So you can look at your result and offer a Devil's Deal. You'll take a full success, and I will give you a full failure at some time of my choosing in the future. I obviously don't have to accept the Devil's Deal. It's kind of, whatever's going to be funniest for me. Yeah, that's the broad strokes of it.
Mike, I'm scared of you.
I have one little thing. Can we add that we can't use that if we're doing player against player
Absolutely,
checks?
yeah, no.
Okay.
All right, so let's get back on track. What are you guys thinking? What are we doing? What's going on?
So first of all, raise your hand if you have candles or incense. Anybody?
Lorelei's gonna raise her hand because, I mean, I've got the tools for the job. Like, I have a full-blown fucking mechanic for this shit, so,
You do you?
Oh, sorry. Tools of the trade.
Okay, go ahead and roll tools of the trade then.
Oh, hell yeah. I get to roll dice. I got an 8. So, on a 7 to 9, choose 1. You have it, but it's deep in your pack. You are put in a spot as you try to retrieve it. You can only get something close, but you retrieve it immediately. So, I'm going to assume I don't have everything we need. Ooh, I have some Spencer's Mall quality incense. Like, I've got a fuck ton of it. Like, it was the last gift from my mentor, the mediocre white man, and I've been carrying it for a while. I haven't found the right opportunity to burn it, but somehow the thought of using it for Freaky Friday with a middle manager and a magic cat, that seems like the right opportunity to pull out some really just like low quality mall incense.
The fun thing about mixed successes is that I only get to offer complications. So the best that I can do for you is I can offer you an Axe body spray scented incense. It's not great. Actually, it's pretty bad, but it's what you've got.
Yeah, I will take the Axe body spray incense. I think that is very fitting for this use.
It's also punishment for Jasper, so it works out.
Daphne probably has candles. I imagine she has many ways to facilitate flame at all times.
If I'm being honest with you, I do have an alternative because I do have a bunch of poultices and herbs and a bunch of halfling pipe leaf, and I think if I just mix that together in almost any combination, we've got incense.
No, we're going to use that for Jasper to make him more compliant.
But, so cat, does the cat bleed?
Does the cat bleed? Really?
Wow.
Iimish holds Listeria protectively, what?
Taku, are you feeling okay? Are you feeling okay, Taku?
I'm going to take that as a yes. Look, blood's on the list. I don't know what these
tell you
things
what,
are,
Taku,
man.
the cat's not going to bleed.
Well, it's going to need to if we're going to do the ritual. Otherwise, we're going to need a different cat, and then cat's going to...
Taku, you've got a lot of blood. We've all got a lot of blood. We can share, we can distribute that.
I am pretty sure the blood is supposed to be the blood of the two people involved in the ritual.
No, dude, that specifically literally just says it needs to be blood. Just blood, any blood, any blood.
We asked that before.
It just said it had to be blood.
Okay, well, look, I'm adding some requirements that I think...
Iimish was damaged by, in the cat fight, so he actually just kind of, wrings his arm or wherever the scratch is, and, squeezes some blood out and just smears it on Taku.
I mean, wet blood is usually probably better for a ritual, but hey, you've got your blood nice and ready for the ritual right there on your shirt, Taku.
I don't think that's how you want to store that.
No, you don't understand. These are my friends. I bleed on a way too common basis. It's really not that big a deal after a while. So it seems like we've got some options on the blood. We'll sort that out when the time comes.
Great. Wonderful.
So the only ingredients, I should say, that we are missing are Jasper and doing it under moonlight.
It's not like a new moon tonight, is it?
No, actually, oddly enough, it is a no moon.
Yeah, there's no moon.
There's just no moonlight? Is that what we're going with?
It's actually a new moon eclipse.
That was not a Rosmo question.
What time is it?
Oh, I don't know, probably early afternoon. You guys spent a little bit of the morning hungover, planning, dealing with a Venus de Milo situation, so not too late in the day, noonish.
So we've got probably plenty of time to go after and get Jasper, huh?
So I imagine the tricky part is going to be getting him without killing him.
I don't think that's going to be hard at all. I have a great plan for it, and here's the plan. We're going to buy a ladder. Then we're going to walk directly up to the casino. We're going to use that ladder to climb up through Jasper's broken windows. I'm going to grab Jasper, and then I'm going to jump out the window hole holding on to him.
You think he's going to be still in that office?
He will.
When we land, he should be beaten up enough, but probably not dead, for us to easily abscond with him.
The company makes them work 12-hour days. He's there.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He'll be there, right? Then, after we have absconded with him, we have all the ingredients. So we will give him not an explanation of what the ritual will do, but, some brief instructions to say, I wish I was Listeria at the end of this ritual. Or no. I wish Listeria knew what it was like to be me, right? That's the, I wish Listeria knew what it's like to be me. And he will say something along the lines of, why would I possibly say a thing like that? And I will respond with, because whenever you don't do what I tell you, I'll eat one of your toes. I see no flaws in this plan.
I mean, that would be effective, and I think Lorelei just sort of like slings her gun across her shoulder. It's like, or I could just point Tanash Swain at his crotch and he'll say whatever we want him to say on pain of harpoon. Taku, I appreciate how much you're willing to do this for the mission.
I don't have to eat his toes. That's just a sacrifice I'm willing to make for the team. We can do anything else short of killing him to get him to do what we want. The point is, I think it will be very easy. The trickiest part in all this, I don't know how we're going to convince that spoiled cat sitting on top of a leprechaun that they want to be Jasper. That's the part of this plan I feel like we should spend the majority of our time solving.
I mean, first off, you start by not talking down to the cat. I mean, that's just step one.
But I am Listeria. Why would I wish to be the Jasper?
Jasper has access to all the treats and all the money. If you're Jasper, you can have treats whenever you want.
I will have all of the treats whenever I want.
This is true.
And opposable thumbs.
Ooh.
Some people refer to them as unopposable thumbs, because no one can defeat them.
How long have you been holding on to that? We've had cats in almost every episode.
It just
so
came
far,
out.
and I know you've been waiting.
You just got a bunch of upset grunting and was
That was good. That was good.
response. Yeah, D just grumbling.
That had the weight of prophecy.
I mean, Taku is the one who's like, he thinks his plans are like every tab A is going to fit into slot B, and it's just going to work.
Name one plan of mine that has failed thus far.
I think we're gonna be able to pretty soon. I think, you sure you're not a wizard? Because you are just full of hubris.
No, it's not hubris. It's a confidence in the general benevolence of the universe. The wind, the flames, you fine sociopaths have all been my friends and steered me to success thus far. I have no reason to believe that will not continue to be the reality in which I exist.
Yeah, see, that there is the problem, is you assume that just because you accept whatever happens, that you planned it. And that's why you think they'll succeed.
Yeah, isn't it great how that works? It's like, I have 100% success rate. People who are way better at math than me don't have 100% success rates.
No, let's do it. Let's just fucking do it. This is going to be hilarious either way.
I think Onna and Daphne had the right track, right? Bribing this cat, access to treats, access to power over other magic cats, and stealing their treats, and bullying them.
Thumbs.
Thumbs! Fucking thumbs!
Listeria cares not for thumbs, for Listeria has mage hands.
Yeah, but you could have two of those, huh? Multiple thumbs.
And it doesn't have a weight limit. Well, not as much of a weight limit.
And you wouldn't have to use a spell slot for it.
And you might have the magic hand even once you transfer into the other body. That would be 3 thumbs.
That's a deal.
Is there an aid mechanic in place? And do I recall correctly that there is essentially 0 difference between pipe leaf and magic catnip in this world?
Sort of, yes. It's kind of like, yes, it's magic catnip. It will definitely, oh god, I'm gonna hate this. It will mess the cat up for sure. Yes, there is an aid mechanic. You roll the level of your bond with an individual character. So you would roll 2d6 plus 1 for your bond with, Lorelei, for example.
Could I take a 0 with Rosmo for a +2 with Daphne?
Rude.
Wow! The whole point of this adventure was for you and Rosmo to become friends. That's why
He doesn't want to teach me revolution.
I mean, I don't think you want to learn what I have to teach you.
We flash back really quick to Rosmo and I at the bar having a drink earlier, and I just look at him as, I kind of left Bronwyn a little abruptly this morning. Do you know any Dwarven myths?
Myths?
Yeah, like myths and legends.
Dwarven Myths? Oh, no, our people are pretty stoic. It's mostly just like we were born, and then we recorded history, and then any tall tale was investigated and disproven because we hate mysticism on an intrinsic level.
Yeah, and now we cut back to where we were at, and Iimish is just like, yeah, I just don't find Rosmo particularly helpful. Like, I've tried to engage.
I just told you my close beliefs. The lack of them. I answered the question.
That's fair. Lorelei looks over at Rosmo and is like, you're never going to make friends if you don't open up, Rosmo. Like, you got to be vulnerable.
So, GM Nick, the spirits have spoken to me of Iimish, and I know that he has a strange destiny that I will play a part of. I would like to do that and aid him in his strange destiny by getting his magic cat high.
so just really puff past that magic hat, huh?
Yes.
I'm just gonna sit there. It can share with me in Pipesy. If there's a PETA concern on that front, then I'll just catnip it over to it straight out of the pipe leaf bag there. But I'm gonna sugar it up as best I can. I know we didn't start off on the right foot, and I'm gonna tell Listeria. I'm gonna say, Listeria, I know you and I didn't get off on the right foot, but if you do what Iimish asks you, and you play this thing out, and you're a good kitty, I will get you so crazy high. I have so much of this pipe leaf that I brought with me, and it's not from this island, it's from an island up where there's more sunlight. Yeah, it comes from one of our old party members' estates. They were dealing drugs. It was this whole crazy southern ring of, magic gangsters. I can't get into it with you right now, but the TLDR, Listeria, my friend, is listen to Benny, who has never done you wrong.
Listen to who has never done what?
Listen to Iimish, who has never done you wrong. You need to change your name on these screens. Give me a subtitle. Listen to Iimish, who has never done you wrong, and I will be your hookup for life.
I will be hooked up for life.
And I'll just crack one of the bags, let Listeria kind of sniff around in there and decide how they feel about the offer I've made. I assume I rolled dice at some point.
Yeah, but you do a lot of wonky shit, so I always have a hard time figuring out what dice to roll. It's gonna probably be plus charisma, I think, but this cat's not very smart, so it's fine.
Before these rolls happen, Iimish is going to say, yeah, everything he just said is 100% accurate, but I think the person that you're going to be talking to is Daphne here, because she's the one that came up with the idea, and maybe you don't want to pay too much attention to your sugar daddy kidnapper. Perfection.
Whatever social dynamics work amongst you warm-blooded creatures.
All right, Mike, I think at this point we're going to just go ahead and have you roll flat charisma. No bonuses or nothing, just go.
That is a 10 exactly, because I rolled a 6 and a 4, and I added nothing.
And as always, learned nothing.
Oh my God.
Awesome. Okay, so I think this dipshit cat is probably going to be just way too excited about the bags of cat drug / pipe leaf that you've got on you, and is going to be quite literally falling all over themselves to try and get it. Falling all over himself, all over you, and specifically all over off of the table that you guys are nearby. Yeah, I think that's how that's going to go. This dipshit cat just is going to fall down trying to get said drugs.
I'm gonna gently help Listeria up. I'm gonna say, here, Listeria, I'm just gonna take a little pinch out of there,
First one's free.
Let her decide how she wants to process that, and then I'm gonna cinch the bag closed. I'm going to tuck it back inside my vest, and I'm going to kneel and put my giant reptilian maw real close to Listeria's ear and go, that was one of 6 bags. And then I'm going to lift my head back up.
I sometimes wonder if you're doing, trying to persuade someone or trying to intimidate someone. You throw so much spaghetti at the wall so quick sometimes. I think Listeria is going to just look at you and just an absolutely unhinged expression in their eyes. Just,
Oh, give me the drugs. I will have them. They will be mine.
and I think simultaneously, I think I'm gonna need, you have the cat kind of sold on the idea, but you are fundamentally asking this cat to give up, what their life is, to turn it into, something else. So I think I'm gonna need another check of some sort. This isn't, you didn't fully make the sale on the first one, if that makes sense. I think probably just roll charisma a second time. This is trying to make the full convincing of the cat.
Does everyone mind if I do it? Because I have an idea for what I'm going to say and do too.
Yes, please. Please.
Oh,
Iimish
yeah,
has
go
done
for
enough
it.
rolls of stuff
Do
he's
it.
bad at.
Do it.
Well, that's double sixes plus my 2 plus the 1, so that's 13.
Christ. This cat will do whatever you fucking say.
And the way I want to do it is, as I'm convincing, I want to get a little ball of fire and just throw it between my hands so they have something to focus on so they can actually fucking listen like an ADHD child.
Well, and thank goodness they're a little high, because there's going to be nothing more interesting than that bouncing ball of flame.
That's why I wiggled and giggled when you said getting them high.
Right.
And listening to this, I'm like, yes, you want to be Jasper.
Teamwork.
Jasper has all the treats. Jasper has money and power. Jasper has power over the other magic cats.
Ooh, that'll work for me now.
Yes. You want to be Jasper.
I want to be Jasper.
You want to know what it's like to walk in Jasper's shoes.
I will walk in shoes.
Lorelei's like leaning over to Rosmo, like, this is working, right?
It's gonna be real fun. I'm sold now. This is gonna be great.
We're gonna have a blast, however it goes.
Did we just invent hypnotism?
Yep.
Is that what's happening?
I think
This
this
is brilliant.
just normal gaslighting, but yeah, sure.
Yeah, in a world of magic, hypnotism never existed before.
I kind of feel like Daphne must have gotten the inspiration for hypnotism from somewhere. Don't you guys agree?
Here's a question. Where did Daphne learn hypnotism / gaslighting from?
Good words, of course. Obviously.
I was like, didn't Daphne grow up in a cult? This seems like
the cult.
101.
How do you think they controlled Daphne for so long? Cult 101.
Right.
If they controlled Daphne with a ball of fire, suddenly I'm understanding so much more about her. I'm a little sad and excited.
It makes a lot of sense, but in a depressing way.
If you don't think about it too hard, it's not that
I
bad.
kind of want to cry, but also it's hilarious.
You shouldn't do that. That's a mistake. Don't
The less you
think
think about it, the pain is less.
See, that's my problem, Rosmo. I keep thinking too hard. I can't shut off.
Yeah, that's your problem. You think too much. All right, so you lunatics, you have a cat convinced that they want to become the dwarf in charge of the mob-run casino here. So now you just need to break back into the casino, steal a dwarf, and convince him that he wants to be a cat. I don't see any way this plan could go wrong. You guys have it locked down at this point, dead on.
Yeah, where did the ladder fall in that? Because the ladder comes before the Jasper and the ritual.
We'll stop by the hardware store. We'll just pick up a ladder. No big deal. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think there's a home desk spot down the road from here, and I got a coupon, so...
Oh, I was going to say the Gnome Depot, but that's good too.
I like going to that halfling organization, Lowe's.
Oh, yeah, they're alright. I feel like it's a lot cleaner in there somehow. I don't know, it's all the same though, right?
I fucking love that, with the giant plan that we're doing with the Freaky Friday, and we're turning Jasper into a magic hat and everything. The serious debate right now is about a feckin' ladder.
You need to get a nice sturdy one, otherwise it's a safety issue. I'm pretty sure it's...
Oh, shite, I refueled the fire. I'm sorry,
It's 20
I shouldn't have
minutes of Rosmo giving a lecture on, proper ladder construction.
We'll head that way. We're going to go buy a ladder. Us and this cat.
Okay, so legitimate question for you guys at this point then. I have run a lot of games in my life, and neither answer is going to surprise me here. So do you guys actually want to play out, going to the Gnome Depot and shopping for a ladder, or...
No.
How hard is it going to be? That's going to be easy. Let's go through. Look, I was prepared for the skill challenge of the really nasty person working the counter who does not want to sell us a ladder, okay? I was not going to take any potential material away from you.
Let's just montage that.
I was so looking forward to Rosmo arguing with the staff at Home Desk Spot, though.
I'm taking an extra point of damage for Iimish's headache. So I'm just going to jot this
That was
down
actually
here.
the first thing that happened at the home desk bus, though. We walked in, and some guy was immediately like, Rosmo, you're late for the 147th time! Or, like, you know, something along those lines, and it was going to be this big reveal.
Rosmo, like, I quit 3 weeks ago. Leave me alone.
Yeah, so we've got a ladder, we've got everything we need, and literally there's not that much more preparation to do, right? We're gonna run up, lean it against a wall, climb up it real fast, grab the guy we find in there, and then jump out the hole.
Why don't we say that we're there to fix the windows?
Oh, that's a good idea.
Oh
actually.
shit, Rosmo, that's smart.
Actually the first thing that you've said that I care
Who's
about.
gonna even ask?
Perhaps the increased security force that you guys saw at
We
the
have
casino?
a fiery satyr, a taciturn dwarf, an oddly ripped tiny little man. She's just got like a giant arbalest at the chain attached to it that she carries around with her for fun. I'm the most peaceful person here, and I'm nearly 12 feet, if you include the tail, of enormous gator man. Look, I can pull out a tooth like this, and it will grow back. No one's going to ask us what we're doing with the ladder. Nobody.
Okay, so it sounds like Daphne and Listeria are going to some secondary location and hang out there while the rest of you guys secure a Jasper. Is that what I'm hearing?
It would be good to get it set up,
We
right?
just leave Daphne at the secondary location.
What could possibly go
They seem
wrong?
pretty good at
You want
rituals.
Daphne
Yeah,
to stay by
right, do
herself in a room with stuff that could catch on fire. I see no flaws with this
Maybe-
plan. Let's do
Yeah,
it.
Maybe
Yeah,
stay
I
with
do. I
maybe
think
stay
that'd
with the
be
cat.
hilarious.
I think Daphne and the cat should both be in the room alone together.
Oh,
with the room
yes.
with the
That sounds like a
ritual.
perfect plan. Let's do it.
No other reason than to cover the cat whenever Daphne needs to take a bathroom break or whatever. Like, there's
Well, should be Iimish since they have a bond now.
You formed the Catabon.
Catabon, but
I'm torn because I want to stay with Daphne, but I also want to go capture Jasper.
I think we just need to rock, paper, scissors for who's going to stay with Daphne. I feel like that's the
Well,
solution.
conveniently, we are playing a game that has dice for a mechanic, so I think we should probably roll for it. Just flat 2d6 and
we going low or high? Low wins?
low number loses.
low stage with me.
I guess this kind of calls into question is staying with Daphne, who is preparing a magical ritual. Is that a win or a lose? And I can't answer for Iimish or Lorelei.
That's a 9.
That is a 7.
Oh,
It's a hell of a
wild
combination.
combo.
Yeah. We'll find like a nice, quiet warehouse that's tucked away, and nothing will go wrong.
Ooh,
Great.
I like
probably
warehouses.
Yeah, they're very flammable, so you'll have a lot of fun.
Mhm.
And who knows, maybe we can just like make a bunch of cute little outfits for our soon-to-be Jasper Magic Cat friend. I still want those tiny hats.
I mean, that sounds like a great plan. Let's have you guys roll plus int to see how you're able to do tracking down a secondary location. Just one of you guys roll 2d6 plus int, and we'll see what happens from there.
Well, while that's happening, like, Iimish is looking over at Taku and Rosmo and just be like, are either of you concerned that the two brightest people we have are the ones staying behind?
No.
Why? Do you think you need intelligence to climb a ladder and grab a guy? You think you need to solve a math question to go grab a man?
All right.
We have already infiltrated this casino once with amazing success.
Infiltrated is a strong word.
What we're doing this time is building on past successes and is going to be way easier. I don't see any way that's going to
We already have prior experience.
You're right. They're not going to be on guard at all. Mm-hmm. Definitely not at all. And going half party, we're
It'll
going to
be great. I believe in you guys. I also rolled a 10 on finding the superb secondary location.
So with a 10, I mean, that is a full success. That does find you a pretty decent and very usable, I'll say it's like a small storage facility, 15 feet by 15 feet, fairly empty. There's some like crates and stuff like that, but nothing, salacious or, anything like that. It's all stacked neatly. You guys can move it out of the way. Gives you a nice space to perform a classic Freaky Friday ritual.
Well, isn't this cozy? It'll be great. Are you looking forward to this Listeria?
Yes.
I think we're gonna have a great old time.
Oh yes, Listeria agreed to become the Jasper. Every magic hat shall fear me and my unopposable thoughts.
That's right. I fear you so much. And Lorelei scratches the little chin. Quick question. Did we bring any of the treats and or the drugs with us? And how much did we bring?
As noted previously, I had 6 of those bags on me. I have definitely given you at least one.
Okay, good. So we've got 1 bag of drug.
Yeah, and Iimish definitely would have gone up to Daphne and just been like, here, you're probably going to want these, and maybe some of these, and if they get bored of these ones, then you try, this one's very special, very small, very tasty, very delicious, absolutely delectable. Listeria will love it.
For those who couldn't see the gestures, that was 3 pockets full and 1 gobstopper-sized thing pulled out of I'm not sure anyone wants to know where.
Yeah, it probably has Listeria.
The normal ones go in all her pockets, and the weird gobstopper one goes in her empty potion flask. The little covers, I can't have to smell it. Thinking of cat food and drugs.
It's a never-lasting gobstopper, just so you know. It goes away very quickly.
Jesus Christ, the never-lasting gobstopper. Okay, so Daphne and Lorelei, you guys are just kind of gonna chill here and take your time getting the Freaky Friday spell set up. Is that the plan?
Yeah, I think we just kind of stroll into this nice little warehouse, this cozy little place, and we're gonna have a great time. Honestly, like, the guys are missing out. Like, we've got a cat, we've got drugs, we've got arson, that's girl dinner, baby!
Yeah.
Meanwhile, we're like literally doing a Three Stooges routine on our way to the casino. Like, for some ungodly reason, Taku, who is far and away the tallest of the group, is at the front holding the ladder over his head, and then Rosmo the dwarf is in the back, and Iimish is in the middle, and like his little pumping feet aren't even touching the ground, right? He's like a solid 3 feet above the ground in the middle of this ladder.
And he is convinced he is doing all the work.
It's like Lord of the Rings, where like the orcs are on top of the ladder, and then we're just gonna swing them around.
That is 100% accurate, like the way that is traveling down the street, except Iimish is taking this opportunity to work out, so he's kicking his little legs and doing pull-ups at the same time.
Can't wait to hear Yakety sacked over our entire shenanigan.
Oh my god.
Please, Jay.
There's absolutely no way this plan can fail.
Oh, absolutely.
And I think with that, with you guys pulling into the alley behind the Astral Plaza, carrying that ladder, I think that is a perfect spot to end the episode. So we'll call it there and get back to it on our next one. All right, you can find us on Instagram and Tumblr at highintLowWizPod. Feel free to shoot us an email at highintLowWizPod@gmail.com. Please give us a review on your podcast platform of choice. Give us as many stars as you feel we deserve, or a lot more. Are we ready to start recording in earnest at this point?
Oh my god, we haven't been? I wasted so much material.
We have been recording, just not for the show.
Ernest hasn't logged in yet. We were waiting for him.
They don't even know about that brief moment where my reptilian instincts completely turned over and I saw everyone as food and all of my morality of previous episodes just floated away for a little bit. It's returned now, but...
Well, and that's like standard Looney Tune procedure.
I am very frightened.
Yeah, honestly.